So you can imagine how she stole the show from Christmas. And so we just like used to celebrate her birthday instead. Yeah. So we really never had those cultures gym naenda. Okay, like there's that sijui kununuliwa nguo and all that. And then we mwenyewe pia growing up, my perspective, I kind of distanced myself from a lot of religious
activities.
So nyamkuwa na nguo ya Christmas?
Amesema walikuwa na Joe, unasikiza kweli?
No,
amesema walikuwa nafanya like those practices kidogo like nguo ya Christmas.
Ndo sasa like I'm sympathize na yeye.
Hawako wananunuliwa.
Amkuwa mnanunuliwa nguo za Christmas.
Huzuni. Uliza tena.
I think the last time I was interacting with Ngoza, I was so surprised. My girlfriend was
What's up, Waveriders? Welcome to the Clique podcast.
How you guys doing?
Let me tell you one thing.
When husbands are parents, men when I cheat kutushinda.
Why do you fear men?
We are the Clique gang.
Shaanza kusmile. Oh, bring it on, darling.
Hello, Waveriders. Welcome to episode 34. Christmas Day.
It's time. Umeona hiyo trend ya Instagram? Ya Maria Carey. No, hiyo ya Maria Carey whereby it's time. Afa anaanza kuimba Merry
Kuna ye
Christmas.
cooking with Kaya. Jika muona hiyo?
Sijaona hiyo. Cooking with who?
Kaya, wali kienyeji. Cooking with Kaya. Auna
Nimekuwa nishoyo kitu takuja tu kwangu very soon. Sitaki niongele.
Una simu bana.
By the way, unajua Max, acha kutangaza vitu zingine on air. Vitu zingine itabidi
si video call fans wako.
Hi guys, my name is Orlando. I'm your host at Clique Podcast. Joining me tonight is
who?
Joseph. Baba Yesu. A bigger Christmas. Ubze. You see in the Bible nakusijaielewa. Hata ukiona hiyo ini ya there's animation you trying to explain your aspect ya umse alidinyiwa na malaika.
Timi mse what do you mean?
Yo Joseph aliambiwa the wife ata conceive through Holy Spirit. Unaona?
Gabriel alikuwa na vibe ati you are highly favored.
Before tufike mbali we have
Alpha
Otieno.
Hebu introduce vizuri by the way. Unajua unajisell short. Hebu just bana. Hebu introduce and
okay, my name is Alpha. And then OT is just OT. There is no
Otis.
There's no
OT.
I've just like decided
Who's
to leave it at
wife?
OT.
Oh, no, you decide.
When will you
That is my name actually. It's my
birth certificate ni Otieno ama ni Otis?
it's actually not in any official document.
Oh, hiyo ni jina kujipatia.
It's my name.
Ya kujipatia.
It's my name.
Ya kujipatia.
Na iko kwa official document.
Ujibatiza na.
Okay, it's your name but it's not in any official document.
It's not in
Oh, ni jina kiusanii.
So it's your name.
Ni jina
Not in any
yes,
official
it's my
document.
name. My preferred
Vilewe ni
name.
Orlando. Vilewe ni Orlando, lakini Orlando iko kwa ID.
Okay.
Sawa, tunaweza endelea.
Okay. Preferred name ya.
But just introduce alafu tuambie bibi yako ni nani.
It's still on me.
Who's your wife? Who's your wife?
No problem. I'm going to share all that with you. Just chill. So what is it that I wanted to say? It's like I've been part of the team from a very long time. We are here. We are shooting. I am Alpha. I am a producer here, and we can continue the conversation from there.
Yes.
Conversation pali tunaendelea ni.
Yes.
What does Christmas
Hebu
mean to you?
introduce kwanza.
Introduce. Why does Christmas?
What does Christmas?
Baba Yesu.
Usomi room kwa
Niligongewa na Angel Gabriel. But we still move on.
What's your name?
Tuendelee. Ati?
What's your name?
Nimesema Joseph.
Mushiri.
Mtu mwenye anakuona for the first hiyo kofia ni funny as mtu mwenye anakuona for the first time.
It's your boy Joe.
Hebu mwambie share
Welcome to
na
another
like.
episode.
I like
and share and subscribe.
Asante.
They subscribe manze.
Una bully job.
Subscribe manze.
Pole. Sasa mimi kwani makosa yangu wewe kwa light skin.
No, it's Christmas. It's an open conversation. Kila mtu ako vibes. Una plan kwenda wacha by the way?
Yes, of course. My flight imechelewa kidogo, but after this
Ajeli iko sawa.
Ajeli inalala saizi, haiwezi tembea.
Nusitembea.
Festive season Ajeli.
Hapo Salga Ajeli hezipita sio?
No.
Pick it from where you wanted to say something concerning Christmas.
I wanted to know how you guys feel about Christmas. Like umetoka behind the scenes unaanza kuja hapa kutudirect.
Wanaweza tupangia nyumba bwana.
Kwanza kutudirect
nyumba hapa hivi.
But anyway, I wanted to ask. I wanted to
ask from that place.
Yeah, because I know this episode hopefully Fellah, if everything goes well, asiende kukula nyama sana, it will drop during Christmas. So I wanted to know like how you guys feel about Christmas, how you celebrate, what Christmas means to you.
That was your question, eh?
Yeah.
So I request to go first.
Director,
yes,
answer.
Yes.
So one thing, personally, I've never had Christmas culture.
Kwa umezaliwa juzi ni?
Ule mzee.
I think you asked the question, you give me
And you are answering right.
Some decorum.
Aba utapata email bro.
Isipate email, sasa ipate email. Toke
So,
state nipate hapo. Pateka email kama ni ngoja.
I was saying what Christmas means to me. I grew up in a household where Christmas was not much of a big deal. And I think we never even had that which comes with Christmas.
Yes.
So I ended up not identifying with Christmas as a religious ceremony. In fact, if you're even reason in that line, Christmas is just a man-made, or we say a perception which was created. And at the moment, Christmas is all about consumerism. Tunafika December and it's just buy, sell. And then we just have that cover that Jesus was born. Who can confirm, who can really come forward and tell us that Jesus was born on 25th of December. So it's all about a culture, and then they ended up adding Santa, Coca-Cola. It's
Coca-Cola ametokea wapi? Usiingilie brand ya wenyewe.
Mzee unatingisha imani.
Santa ni Santa.
What does Santa represent?
Coca-Cola.
No. But ukiona Santa unaona tu Coca-Cola.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think Santa, the image of Santa, I think it represent like consumerism, as you say, because there are gifts and all that. Wait, so like ilikuwa tu like it's something like the whole family will decide like hamtakuwa mna celebrate Christmas.
No, let me put it this way.
Labda ni wa SDA. Unajua kwa SDA hakuna Christmas?
Yeah, by the way, yeah.
SDA hawana Christmas.
Hawana Christmas.
You know? Join SDAs utakuwa vizuri sana. Hawana Christmas.
Wananga Christmas.
No, I was telling someone recently that my mom's birthday was on 25th
of December.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
So it's
Fellah.
So in our household,
Fellah birthday.
Yes. So you can imagine how she stole the show from Christmas. And so we just like used to celebrate her birthday instead. Yeah. So we really never had those cultures mnaenda. Okay, like there's that kununuliwa nguo and all that. And then mimi mwenyewe pia growing up, my perspective, I kind of distanced myself from a lot of religious
activities, eh?
So nyamkuwa na nguo ya Christmas?
Amesema walikuwa na unasikiza kweli?
No,
amesema walikuwa nafanya like those practices kidogo like
but
ndo sasa like I'm sympathize na yeye. Hawako wananunuliwa. Hawako mnanunuliwa nguo za
huzuni. Uliza tena.
I think the last time I was interacting with Ngoza, I was so surprised. My girlfriend was niko na manzi moja anaitwa Cynthia, hiyo sina shida.
Alpha umenikumbusha lile hizo malloyalty test the way they used nani Richie Richie mwenye alikuwa asomisha watu
naje naitwa Richie
atembe hii tao gift wase
na gift wase
unaweza tuzapigia mtu wako mimi ungepeana namba
nijipate
mimi ningepeana namba
namba ya nani?
Shida ingekuja hapo sasa. Namba nani niko nayo?
Leo utapeana nani?
I think people should just have one person. So
Emphasize.
so she mpaka unajua kuna wale the adult I was talking about her being like she's a Christmas person.
Your mom? Cynthia?
No.
The girlfriend.
The mom?
Relax, nimekosea mahali. Makosa ni yangu.
Ikwayo muono.
Makosa ni yangu.
My chick. Yes, she is a Christmas person, a religious person. So to them Christmas mpaka this age bado they still have to budget for clothes.
Wallahi.
Yeah.
So na
I find it
Judas alienda kakisi Yesu.
I find it very
anaenda kubetray Joe, anakuja na kiss. Ati by the alpha, ukiona nimekiss mtu, unajua ni huyo.
Umefikiria sana.
I think it's very interesting to we're in a position. She asked me like, why is it that wewe hauna anything, like hauna any Christmas haizi elewa kwa nini mimi niko hivi na mimi naonaga yeye ako so much into it mpaka you're like
It's a cult.
Alpha, you see, so
but
here
culture, so.
Alpha, here is only me and you who are in a serious relationship, having
I'm also in a serious relationship.
with who?
Awe nyamanza. With yourself.
With who? With who?
My hands are working.
Oh, gifted hands.
Gifted hands, bro.
Handsome boy.
Unajishika kwa shao unajiambia babe tulia.
Bado Mungu side moja.
Naona anajitanga handsome boy.
Hakuna Mungu right peke yake.
So what are your perceptions on Christmas? That was mine. See?
My perception on Christmas.
Orlando, what is Christmas to you?
Picking it from there.
At the end of the day.
Mimi na mystery culture Christmas. I wouldn't say si tumekuwa nayo nini. Actually siko kama wewe lakini but kidogo we are like cause sisi mimi nimegrow up kwa seventh day church na mambo ya Christmas I think hakuna. Si ndio?
Tajuaje sasa tuko huko.
Tulikuwa na nyinyi huko.
Tulikuwa na nyinyi.
Basi tunaomba na
nyinyi. Hamkunyi soya. Yeah, so for me sikuwa na hiyo like I had the Christmas experience labda ile ya kubai tu manguo and just getting spoiled on the day kitu kayo. Yeah, but for the Christmas itself hizo ma Christmas tree tu kwa tunaweka kwa nyumba.
So like
Christmas tree kwa nyumba.
Decoration to my I think once or twice to my decorate. Once or twice to
you like, should work hard yeah.
It's not about working hard. Wait, so siku ya Christmas mlikuwa mnafanya like that day, that specific day 25th?
Okay, siku ya Christmas juzi tulikuwa SDA. Siku ya Christmas sisi tulikuwa tunaenda hiyo church yenye imepika hata kama ni ya Sunday or whatever.
Oh, hiyo church yenye iko karibu ama hiyo
hata ikwe ni SK ikwe ni nini because kulikuwa na hizo celebrations za church. Church walikuwa napika bro.
So si lazima nyinyi mkwe members mnaingia tu kanisa wote mna.
Kanisa gani nakuuliza membership yeah, and I was still a kid man. As in hapa 27.
At 27 you were kid.
27 you were all kids. So hakuna mtu mwenye hapo.
27 specific.
Ukisema kid like
I was still a kid.
How many years?
12, 13.
No.
Ulikuwa class?
I was young.
27 maybe class 2 ama 1.
No, I feel like
7 class 4.
I'm feeling overwhelmed.
27 sindo clashes.
Classes. Maybe classes.
Come to think about it. 27 nakumbuka by the way.
27 tulikuwa wadogo bana.
Tulikuwa less. I remember
class 4.
Basi mbona mnanilemea?
4 hapo ka 5.
Yeah.
4 5 hapo.
It's good thing umemention hiyo mwaka imenikumbusha hiyo Christmas ya 27.
Ulikuwa wapi?
Nilikuwa Western. So we used to stay back in Kakamega. That's where we used to stay. And kama unakumbuka vizuri that 27 is when now the election was happening. Sindio?
27 is when they released the
yeah, so December because usually elections zilikuwa zinafanyikanga December kitambo before imovishwe to August. Yeah. So mnakumbuka ndo election imeanza, Raila ana lead kidogo tarakinithi zikaingia
streaming in
bas kakadhoka. And remember I think it was around 12th hapo if I'm not wrong. Ndo sasa hiyo wiki sasa before tuingie hiyo wiki sasa Chrissy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden like hiyo Christmas I think it was the worst Christmas I ever had.
Mse,
I think it was the best lakini in disguise though.
Yo, nilikuwa kibera. Sio time tulimwanga reli. Ilikuwa kutafu. Ilikuwa unaamka hapo tu reli. Matiaga zilikuwa hivi. Sasa wakirusha hivi, wakichapa hivi zinafika hadi kejani huko down. So unaamka tu hivi, unafungua tu hivi gate, harufu ya tear gas. Hata huwezi toka nje.
It was crazy.
Unaamka hivi unaona hizo ni za tear gas. Hizo how do you call them? Canisters. Tana zinapata tu zimemwagika hapo. Ilikuwa I think that's the reason why nilisema sisi rudi namba 8. Hiyo time hiyo mtaki kuwa na vurugu.
Noma.
So hiyo Christmas most of my cousins wali spend kwa IDP camps. Yeah, cause ilikuwa ni kama ni msapere hizo sides. Mlikuwa mnaambiwa mtoke mwende police station.
Ilikuwa kubaya hivyo.
So mlikuwa mnaenda mnaka police station, mnapewa auto to tents to camp, and then majina zinasomwa. So mlikuwa mnaenda mna apply. You guys go and apply for those when wataletwa hadi hapa Limuru. Hapa Limuru nika. I'm thinking bado niko Nairobi. Pale Limuru. So ndo at least mwingie Central mwende pale mnaenda kama mko na makuinyo. Yeah. So luckily enough, sisi before the elections, me and my bros tulikuwa tumeshatoka hizo sides. Actually tuli traveling that night, but my mom, my parents and some of my cousins bado walikuwa wamebaki hizo sides za Western. So that whole Christmas ilikuwa tu stress tupu. My dad alikimbilia Kampala akarudi January. Yeah. But anyway, so that's another history in like Kenya.
I think ilikuwa the worst Christmas
it was the worst one. It was crazy. Manyumba zilichomwa.
Huko hivyo mtaani ilikuwa kutoka tu pale tu wasema washatuma moto, bonfire, hadi ufike hivyo Olympic kushuka hadi ya Kenyatta nini.
Na kulikuwa na stops.
Akukapitiki.
Kulikuwa umewachi movie ya Rwanda. The genocide that happened in Rwanda. The way they had roadblocks, there were some roadblocks. So unaona hizo basi mkiingia kwa hizo basi when you are being called on the list, during that time walikuwa wanatumia Eldoret Express. Kama nazikumbuka Eldoret Express hiyo. So mbele ni Makarau, nyuma ni Makarau. Alafu mnafikishwa pale Central ndo mnaachiliwa. But anyway, yeah, so personally for Christmas, I think sisi kwetu we celebrate it. Usually from our side this is the month where we usually have like easy to family gathering and all that. So whereby either cousins ama like brothers and sisters tunaenda tunakutana and then we like slaughter whatever we have fun and all that. So it's imekuanga ni kitu yenye iko in our family whereby like Christmas is the time where we meet up and not really celebrate Christmas but just kujuliana hali wale wenye mnakutana kwa simu and all that. Yeah. But we are starting to shift that to yeke November.
Good.
So December wasewa wabaki kivyao pale unajisikia. And I think that's why nowadays people even say happy holidays rather than Merry Christmas. In a fade out. Yeah. Max, what's your experience with Chrissy?
I think Christmas ilikuwa tunabaiwa. Kumbuka my mama alikuwa ananibayanga luku. I think the first masupra nilivanga siku ya Christmas.
The first?
Hizo masupra. You know supra? Tu sneakers fulani tushamba hivi supra. Alafu na hizi kuna kinyasa fulani za John Cena. Ile maandikwa
50 cent 05 na 50 cent.
50 cent. Nilikuwa nilibaianga hiyo. Then kuna ingine nilibaiwanga hizi kaunda. Pigadi
umevadi kaunda.
Kaunda. Kuna fulani tulikuwa tunaenda ushago. Unajua ushago kitambo ukienda ushago mko mnarauka mapema. Either mtravel mapema hiyo saa 11 ama mtravel na gari ya usiku. Gari ya usiku ile mgenda hiyo enzi kulikuwa na Akamba bus. Yeah, I've used Akamba bus. Hiyo before Akamba bus ianguke. So mnaenda Ocha hiyo for the Christmas alafu mnarudi before New Year ifike ndo fare isipande. Hiyo fare upanda hapo from hapo January hapo fare inakuwa crazy. So mnarudi mapema before fare ipande.
Sasa magari zimeanza kuja kwa barabara by the way. Kwenda hivyo. Soon utasikia vile kuna jam hapa.
But mine take like 2 days kufika Kakamega.
Mse kuna jam fulani hapa Mariakani.
Mazeras.
Nilikaa kwa basi karibu 2 hours.
Sasa awalika from like 11 p.m. to almost 5 a.m.
Fuck.
Ndio wanatoka Mazeras. Wali spend like 2 days kwa barabara.
ni basi ilikuwa ni jam tu
ni
ama
jam ile jam unajua mazera zinatengenezwa
Yeah.
njia so kuna place yenye inaenda one way
alinagopa kutravel siku hizi na bus.
usiogope kutravel tumia tu means yenye iko poa
that's why I prefer SGR by the way.
no hiyo iko chini tumia tu ways zenye zinafaa
we fly in.
Kuna different
fly
options.
better
Kuna different options within the SGR.
yeah fly better
Yeah, executive.
no SGR so long as
Premier.
ni SGR just fly
Gari ya
better
moshi.
just fly better
Haijalishi gari
fly
ya moshi.
better
Fly
but
Emirates.
then niko na swali relevant na feel Alpha unaweza jibu swali donge
Doge.
nini watu wakiendanga into a new year we always have our resolutions and stuff resolutions zako za 2023 ukiingia 2024 umerealize ngapi
Let me there's a time I did an article. There's a particular thing which interested me. We were arguing between discipline and motivation. And we were like talking, we were just colleagues at work, and we were like, which of these two is the most important between discipline and motivation? And if you look at it keenly, it will answer your question to the aspect that when we turn from a year to another, nothing actually changes.
Nothing changes.
You understand? Nothing changes. It's just like a calendar. It's a systemic. In fact, it's psychological. It's the same thing. It's the same person, the same environment. Hakuna kitu mpya yenye inakuja kwa maisha yako simply because the years changed. So back to the question of resolution. For me, I don't resolve my objectives with years. I say I want to achieve. In fact, for me, I usually do quarterly. Yes. So I'm like, at the moment I've already established things I want to do January, February, March. Just the way I'll go back and realize the things I did from October, November, December. Yeah. So back to that conversation of motivation and discipline. If you're a disciplined person, you will come up with objective at any particular point of the year. You will be disciplined enough to go with them and have the motivation to see them through mpaka time zenye utazi. Having let's say sasa mtu ananiambia eti next year nataka kuanza gym, that is so general. We make general we objectives ama goals. Unasema eti next year nataka what is the most common? Nataka kwenda gym. Nataka kuingia into fitness ama nataka ku write a book. And then you give yourself a whole year. You won't do it.
To add on what you've said, I read a book called The Atomic Habits. Now, in Atomic Habits, you are told that it's better to create a system that allows you to achieve all this, however much small the improvement is, but in the long run, it will help you achieve all this. Now, if you have the goals and you would create a system in place to help you achieve all this, hiyo ni zero wako umefanya.
Mbona John acheka?
John ni Fellah, jana John.
Tangu tuite Max graduate ati I read a book.
Literally, I read books. Let me tell you one thing.
Uliona kwa podcast.
Let me tell you one thing. Aside from this,
Ati I read a book.
I do training, so I have to read a lot.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
Max
I
is
read
saying,
Extensively.
Extensively.
Atomic Habit imeandikwa na James Clear, and it's one of my top books in what?
Very good, You read books a lot. Yeah.
So James Clear in that book is all about
You read books.
Joe.
From the title Atomic Habit, it's tiny behaviors.
Yeah.
When you're looking at when you're looking at approach, or let's say I want to do something, I want to start a vlog. Let's say 2025, I want to do a vlog. Travel vlog. And then I'll start thinking of a lot of things. But in real sense, I'm just supposed to think of the smallest things which will lead me to achieving the bigger things that you have in mind. So with Atomic Habit, they talk about, for those who have read it, they talk about things like making your goals visible, like having dopamine rush whenever you achieve something, taking accountability, and hindering bad habits by keeping them far where you can't see them.
Max,
Everybody should just read the book.
why is it like this book you haven't read it?
Max aliona podcast.
Hauchangii bwana. Hauchangii tena bwana.
See, we can take, ama?
But
See, we can
Haukata
take.
interested.
Like, whatever he's saying, the same
Ni
thing.
ukweli,
wanasema.
yeah.
True,
You see, you have the goals, right? You have the goals. Now,
second him.
for you to achieve those goals, umesema your traveling vlog, sindo? Obviously, hauwezi fanya everything in one day, sindo? Now, angalia, for you to get there, inafaa ukuwe na nini? If inafaa ukuwe na maybe the equipments, nafaa ukuwe maybe umerihas 1 2 3 nafaa ukuwe kwa msafi the outfits kila kitu yani hizi vitu tunakuwa ukizicompile in together itaform a larger bit of what you're supposed to do in the long run.
So you either be a day one guy ama a one day guy. Una get your theory? There's someone mwenye anasema ukiingianga into tuseme hata unataka kuingia kwa gym. Unasemanga like one day nataka nikae hivi. But there's that day mwenye anasema leo ni day one naanza fitness.
Yeah.
So you either have like you are a one day person ama you're a day one person.
Yeah, I get the point by the way.
Vunja.
Kila kezi ruhusu hadi glass ndangu
Wezi multitask. Wezi fikiria na ukunywa maji. Ni ufanye moja.
So like that was deep and to add let me add something on that. When your question on the new year transition, there's one thing which usually happens and people don't take note of. During the celebrations, we are happy. We are emotional. You understand? Most of the decisions we make are not even logical. Especially when we get to 26. The episode is dropping on 26. And people at this point, or hypothetically, whichever date it will come out, probably the end of the year, right? So people are in that spirit of celebration. People are happy. People are motivated. Now that is where the motivation is coming in. They're motivated. I want to do this. I want to... But after January 15th, things kind of get back to how they were. And you realize that it was just a hype of the moment. So if you don't have discipline to continue with the habit that you had thought to start, then the motivation alone will fail you.
True. I agree with you. Discipline and motivation. I usually say motivation is actually bullshit. Because if you don't have the discipline, then motivation itakusaidia. Because you might watch like a YouTube. Let me go back to high school. Like when...
At the end of the day.
Like, unakumbuka wale wasanya walikuwa wanakuja high school kutuongelesha. Like yo, wako na talk, wanatuambia nini, mnaandika chini. After your talk, mnaenda mnaunda table, you're motivated. But next week, wapi? Hata ufuatie hiyo timetable yako.
So motivation... Movement by running.
So I usually say like motivation is bullshit. But once you have the discipline to actually like sit on that thing, do it even when you don't want to do it, then that's what like differentiates you now from the rest. And I think even it's something like we need to look ukiangalia like even Tide Clique podcast like from where it started. And it's good actually to call a director hapa maybe tupate a brief history.
Hakuna motivation.
Let me tell you, I'll give you from the very first, like if I was talking about the universe, I'll start before the Big Bang Theory.
Menda mbali.
Hapo kwa banging.
Mic close.
So like the whole idea, Fellah and I, we've been friends. We met at productions, Kitambo, where we constantly met.
Just friends, eh?
Wazazi wako ama wako?
So we met at multiple productions and he was in Nairobi by then. And then he moved to Mombasa and then he had this idea. We were talking about production. For the longest time, we were talking about like, let's do something, let's create something. And I had that urge, like I want to create a podcast in Mombasa. And I want it to resonate with these people. I want it to like create a bridge between people who are in Mombasa and other sides of the country and all that. Sure. And it was just like a continuous thought in his head. And he shared it with me once, twice. And then there's a day he called me and like, Alpha, like I'm really thinking about this podcast thing. And I feel like you've been thinking about this thing for quite some time. Why don't we now, instead of thinking, actualize? And after that call, I remember saying, now this is the notes that we're going to do. By the end of this call, when we talk again, please come up with suggestions of names, suggestions of how we're going to run the show, and everything that is going to revolve around the actualization.
And boy,
by that time, it's still a general idea. Yeah, we're just trying to see it through. So after some time, I remember the call. We were now discussing the title of the show. We had he had a list, by the way, of potential names.
About 20 names.
Potential names of how we'll call the show. And then we settled on Tide Clique. Tide Clique, the Tide. And it's just a matter of friends coming together under the warm breeze of the of the ocean since you're in Mombasa. And like, Tight Clique is okay. Yeah, Tight Clique is okay. So what is the name of the production house? Another list again. We have to select name. And then we settled on
ChatterBox.
Yes. Niko nadhani
Siezi bro. I'm employed bwana.
So we settled on ChatterBox as
kupata na email after this.
Bwana hujui hata ninakuja.
Ujui mtu anakulipa mishahara.
Well, I hope this finds you well. Hey, well wapi?
You don't know your employer.
So we settled on the ChatterBox as the production umbrella, and now the Tight Clique was the show, of which we, as the story progresses, we hoped to have other productions under ChatterBox. Now, mind you, the best that we've done is come up with names up to that point. So after that conversation, Fellah and I agreed, like, now I am going to create the YouTube channel, write the description, YouTube channel, and he was supposed to go and look for places where we will shoot. Potential places that we can shoot. So, and then we gave ourselves a time to achieve. It's something small, but like, we're supposed to be finished by this particular time. And maybe to just add something on top, our producer Akinyi has been my friend for a very long time. So I remember before Fellah came in, I already told Akinyi that there's a friend of mine in Mombasa, and we're thinking of creating a production, and we really want you to be part of our production umbrella. And she was like, whenever you are ready, utaniambia. Haya, tukamaliza kila kitu, names tumechagua place tutashoot nini. All this bado we think it's easy. When at that initial stages we're excited and everything. Now it comes to a point where the rubber meets the road. Now we need to have things to use.
And vitu ziran.
Na vitu ziran. Yeah. So like now we need microphones, and we need to have the best microphones because we want to set up something nice. He show from the first episode, it was never a guesswork. Everything has always worked out with a plan. If you were to guess, then CG, but we were very specific. And Fellah is somebody who is afadhali tusifanye kama tutafanya vizuri. Hakuna mtu mwenye hajaisikia hizo maneno hapa. We rather not shoot if you're not going to shoot as per what quality that we want to shoot. So we had to now go back to like, where are we getting the equipment to shoot? That's happened to say the financial capital started to trickle in. How much is it going to cost us to buy a stand, a mic, a nini? Come up. Those things were purchased. Tukapata studio. I'm very grateful for the first studio tulitumia. Newton. Mimi ni mtu mwenye niko na gratitude. Walitulend. If you go back to our initial, utaona the studio that we had. Tukaenda tukaangalia, tukasema this is a place we can use. Tukasema sawa. The biggest challenge ikawa ni who are the hosts. Sasa kila kitu imeshakuwa who are the hosts, who are the people who are now going to bring this show to. When we were the early stages of the show, we had already imagined how we want the show to run. So just about matching the right people to the role. So tukarudi tena kwanza kutafuta watu. Hapo sasa ndio kuna story. I'll just give you highlights. We approached. I'm very grateful for each and every person yenye tuli approach. This is not in any way to...
Morani kama una sugarcoat vitu su nini tu?
Listen, if I'm to say things raw...
Weka raw and uncut.
No. I am very grateful for them. Listen, I am very grateful for every single person who has been part of this production.
Thank you.
From the first day. Good. Regardless of the tiniest thing yenye huyu mtu amefanya tu mpaka ipenye issue imefika leo. So we approached, the first person we approached was a guy. I don't remember his name. Tukampichia, tukamwambia what we want to do nini, but the guy was like itchy. He like kind of didn't see the vision we had. Kasema sawa. We approached Mudhoni, Stella. We met, meetings ikapangwa nini. We approached Shali, Wandera. Approach. That is the time I approached Max. Max alinitumia picha yake hapo.
Max alinitumia picha yake. Hey! Jumba. Gani selfie ama? Altuma selfie.
No, like I know Max used to like
ulituma picha.
so nikaambia Max by there, if you remember the conversation, nikaambia Max, a friend of mine and I want to set up a production.
Yeah.
And is this something that you might interest you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. Nikasema, you just give me your image nini, like I'll send it to him, and then your portfolio.
V1s.
Akanitumia the material, I forwarded to Fellah, because ever since we started the production, we've always worked in synchrony. We've worked like a
every
single
decision
unit.
in America.
Yeah, we have to
like a single unit.
Yeah, we have to work in synchrony. And Max akakuja on board and other people. Is it 2 weeks before the show? One person decides that I'm not there. Na hapo tushatengeza mpaka picha za nini? Montage. Tushatengeza mpaka picha za montage and everything. Sisi tuko excited. The next step ni kuingia kushoot. Hapo ndio one of the ladies anasema, mimi based on that document mlinipatia, because we also had to come into agreement with the people that we're going to work with. Hatukutaka tu kwenda kimandazi.
Yeah.
Sema mimi I'm not comfortable. You're not comfortable, yes. Reason tukajaribu kuresonate, but unfortunately we're not able to. Tukasema ni sawa, we'll soldier on. Tuka soldier on the production. I remember tukaenda kwa studio. We were Max, Stella, Flo. Wakachapa show ya kwanza, setting sails. Max akachapa stories zake hapo za high school za Suzy.
At the end of the day,
and it was fun for us. That moment, it was like we did it. Yeah,
pilot.
We got this thing from our head to the screen, and it was just by one step at a time getting this done. Hapo unajua hata sijaongelelea like we had to tengeza hizi sets wenye mnaziona. Sisi tulikuja like we had all this complete image. So it came with a lot of personal sacrifice to just like create the show and deliver it to our audience and just promise them that we are going to continue giving you this kind of production quality, this kind of conversation. And that is actually the inception, how the show started. And then later on, fortunately, tukangangana, we got our own space. So we moved from the studio that we were, tukakuja hapa, we were grateful. Steps, And then I think after 2 episodes, you people came in.
Yeah, by the way, kama contract yangu ingekuwa TSG 200,000 per week, singewahi kaa hapa. My friends, I wouldn't.
I honestly wish. So after some time, the other 2 ladies we had in the show, one opted out, Greener Pastures. That is a good thing. Yeah.
Greener Pastures.
I assume.
We listen.
But we don't judge.
We listen.
We don't judge.
Yes. So Greener Pastures, and she requested to exit. It was sad, but another host just decided like the studio was not close to her proximity, and she could not manage to come. It was like, fine. Any setbacks. You know, when you have the idea, things happen inakuwa rahisi, you are all psyched up, kila mtu ako na nini. But as you continue, sasa hapo ndio ile kama una discipline, motivation alone cannot sustain.
And it's good you umetupatia your story because like you just say, motivation can push you so far. But if you don't have the discipline, hautaenda mbali. Because there are some days utaamka, you don't want to come to set.
But lazima ukuje.
Yeah, lazima ukam. Because you know what you are aiming for, you know, you have a vision, vitu kama hizo. And like in that whole process, like you said, also you really need to pray and hope like luck is on your side, that upatane na wasenye pia wanaona vision yenye unaona. Because even out kwa job yako ama even in your projects, like if you can't be able to get like people who actually see the vision that you're actually seeing, it becomes difficult for you to actually like drive your project yako. Kama kulikuwa na boys fulani, yeye alikuwa na discipline. So first of all alikuwa na motivation. Akaeka bet. Alafu ikachoma. So because alikuwa na motivation, discipline ilimpush.
Akaeka bet ingine.
Hapana. Akajikidnap. Akajihijack. akapigia sister yake simu kaambia by the way ransom wanaitisha 100k
akajikidnap.
hapo ni story
inaitwa uwekezaji.
Pigia story.
That's how far this spring can take you. So I'm just I'm down your story by the way.
Pigia story nusu.
I think you just give us the
highlight.
and then we discuss
So,
it. Yes.
wait.
Azina mekelea bet. Mekelea bet.
Ya sports. Bet kachoma. Kaoga. So akaona hapa
Anaelekelea bet na nini?
Aliyekelea mara mbili, aliyekelea na rent by the way.
Hata
aliyekelea mara mbili.
Fikiria.
Wekelea mara ya pili pia
ikaoga.
So alijikidnap. After kujikidnap si
na gari gani?
No.
Amehaya gari.
Wazazi wako
No, I think he just made a call to claim that he has been
kwa sister yake.
Mimi ningeka scene mbaya.
Na inaitwa 100k.
Mimi ningeitisha gari. Nitisha hadi nini? Max tunakuwa hapo. Baraklava nini. Mnanikidnap hapo shwa na mnanislap kidogo. Mnislap sana jambo tutaharibu. Ngumi ya shingo bro. Mnislap sana tunaharibu.
Ngumi ya shingo ikae real.
Mimi naweza nini sana.
Mimi Kenya naweza sema
for that story.
Based on that story ni gambling. Na hiyo culture ya gambling na the addiction part of gambling. People don't to go up and kuangalia from that aspect, but kuna watu wenye they on a gamble to a point that they can't control.
Inakuwa extreme.
Yeah, they're addicts basically. According to like when you gamble ukishinda you feel happy, so you learn to feel
the dopamine in you.
The dopamine increases definitely, and then you want to continue doing it over and over, and then when you continue losing una end up unajiambia kwamba unaenda kushinda the next one before you realize it you are umedeplete
dopamine hakuna tena.
Yes, see it hakuna tena, it's just like it has been reduced. Niko explain venye dopamine inawaka
akuja class kando.
Sawa.
Yaani unataka kunispoil about dopamine?
Umetumia Viagra?
Ndio jianze kusema hizo ni side effects.
I was watching that episode. I was watching that episode you did, and actually he's right.
Yes,
he's right.
Ni side effects.
Yes.
But unajua John anakuanga na rumors hata
no.
Zingine.
No, it's true. Sildenafil, the name, the drug, it's called sildenafil. Sildenafil was designed for cardiac
arrest.
Yes. So when they discovered that it also has some impact on the male erection, they modified the molecule. Yes. But it still has effect on the cardiac.
So meaning mtu akicardiac arrest ana mbao.
How do
signs and symptoms of cardiac arrest? Basi ndakuwa nashtuka sumu zote.
Let me ask you. The male reproductive organ, the penis, haina bone, ndio?
I don't know.
Okay. So how do you achieve hardness kumbao? What does it entail?
Blood flow.
Exactly, and what affects blood flow?
Heartbeat rates.
Sasa
damu imechemka.
Damu imechemka. Ndio nakwambia
like stimulating the heart to beat blood to a certain pressure to reach those levels.
But so meaning erection inaweza kuwa sign and symptom ya heart attack.
True, yeah.
Joko na rumors.
No, sasa acha nikwambie
na scientific reason kuja nayo.
Ndio sasa na kwenda hapo. No, it's true by the way. Because even ukiangalia stories mob kuna wase wanasemanga wala senye work in morgues. Bodies huwa zinakuja with bonus. Like zinakujanga hapo. Na zimekwama hapo. You know when you die kuna vitu zingine like for example like your joint haisongangi inakuwa iko locked hapo. Like lazima wakuweke in a certain position
ndio nimelea iko tendelea.
So hiyo ya bona ni ukweli by the way. Hata unaweza pata msali pata heart attack maybe ako na kabona.
Kabona ni
mimi niko naambia mtu wa moga akiletea mwili na bado ni warm kidogo anaweza kula mbao. Ni ukweli. Mtu wa moga akiletea mwili na bado iko warm kidogo kuna
anaweza kula. Those allegations, yes.
Kuna fetish ka hizo nimesikia by the way.
Sasa kani dem.
Sasa ni dem kwani alikuwa anakula chali?
Anasema like kama ni dema na kwa mogo.
Afa amepatana na moja kile simama hapo.
Nitakuwa South African
I don't think- no.
mabona.
Una kichwa ingine ama ni hiyo?
Hii tu bwana.
Wazazi.
I think after a man has died, can he achieve erection really?
Uliza Joe ndio akona hizo ni
Not
zote.
after, like unapatanga kuna wase like walidedi wakiwa na bona, hiyo bona ubaki hapo.
Haishuki.
Damu hairudi.
Haishukangi.
That is possible.
Yeah.
Anazikwa kama mbao.
Sasa sita
Baadaye.
But najua wale ni watu wenye nini. Kama ikikataa kumba wanakata chop it off na wanakuwekea hapo kando.
enda na mizigo zako.
Enda na mizigo zako bwana.
Go with your package.
Utacheka lakini ni ukweli ndugu yangu, ni ukweli ndugu yangu.
Usipeane mimba.
Ukikufa na umembao.
Usipeane mimba.
Katwa nje na unaekea hapo kando. Unaikata kwa mkono.
Wewe usizalishe.
Brande beba bwana. Enda nayo.
Watawekea tu kitu italala. Like they'll just for waekele tu kitu.
Kwanza mtu
I think eventually
For a while.
it will come down. To me, my knowledge on the death process, it happens almost in multiple phases. The first one is the cardiovascular. Yeah. Your heart stops, and then there's the cerebral, when now your mind.
The brain doesn't.
And then they say, near death experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Wanasema siku hizi we are so much close to our phone that when you feel your phone is missing, the feeling you get is equated to the near death experience.
And he is. By the way, kuna watu wanasuffer from hizo. Kuna watu wenye wamefika hapo wakirudi hivi wanaweza cheza hadi guitar, wanaweza cheza piano. By the way, hizo acha nikwambie kitu. Bas, acha ni wa school. Watu wenye wame experience near death experiences wanarudingi na mostly wanarudi kama wanaweza fanya extraordinary things.
Why do you think that happens? How do you think?
Juu sikia.
Kama
Wewe
Spider-Man,
personally
Superman.
haujuangi you have the ability. Lakini ukifika near death experience
Near date. Ni madeli gani?
madeli zanifuata nasema near death. Ukifika hapo when you come back you find that unaweza fanya some extraordinary things. Kama uko unacheza drums you can play the drums well.
That is it's a theory. I don't know.
Yeah. Nimesomea sana near death experiences.
What I know about that, the closest nimesikia kuhusu hiyo story ni ile story ya reincarnation. Like maybe if your past life ulikuwa unajua kucheza kitu then unapata like muscle memory.
Hiyo ni uganga. Mimi naongelea.
That is way worse. Hiyo hata ni
hizo ni voodoo. Unajua kufanya hii so unajua kufanya hiyo.
Mama, what I wanted to say is before your brain shuts down, according to what this is documented, you have like the neurons cannot shut down at the same time. You have like a lot of them in your brain. So there's a window. They say that there's like a 9-minute window where your whole life flashes in front of you as the neuron degenerates and eventually die. So your conscious memories will come. You're afraid of death. Your conscious memory will...
I am not afraid.
Your conscious memory will like literally flash in that period.
9 minutes.
That is the theory, like 9 minutes.
Lakini sikumbuka ex wangu. Kuna ex wangu fulani, mimi siwezi taka kuja hapo near death experience. Kwani mdunga na
chef.
Wewe hujui.
Mtambui. But anyway, like once you subscribe to life, lazima tujue death inakuja. So and it's the beauty.
This story ngefaa mpige huko Januari. Ni Christmas bana. Mbona unaongea vitu poa poa? Sasa mshaongelea kifo December.
Let me tell you story ya kifo.
Si hao watu wawili.
No,
me I'm not dying.
The thing is, I usually look at it like this. Life is like a coin. And then on this surface is life, and this other surface is
Death.
And then every day,
huku kando,
if inakuwa toast. Kila siku inakuwa toast. So kila siku ikitoastiwa inakuja face. But there's a day.
Nani anatoast hiyo coin anacheza na changu hivyo?
It's a theory. There's a day it will toast and it will flip on the other side. And it's something people should make peace with.
Inasemwanga like siku ya monkey kukufa, every branch iko slippery.
And mind you, Max, too, as we're running up, I understand.
Max is
we need to not be afraid of this conversation. We should look at them like we need to love the people that we are around when we have them. Yeah?
See, Malaya, loving the people that are around.
Like genuinely appreciating people in your life making phone calls to a friend mwenye ujaongea naye for a very long time. Unaendeleaje nini? Maybe somebody who impacted your life 10 years ago. Yeah. Good. Don't wait until like, mazee boys amepass bana alikuwa best yangu nini no. It doesn't embrace.
Lakini you see now hiyo issue ya kupigia watu, you see you will only call mtu pia wa interact naye frequently. No. For example, I call you today, you then again maybe I call you again in March.
Then I call you tena.
Then you interval wewe hujaipiga. Unacheki?
Na simu ni tu.
How much you want to be close to people, you be close to someone who's willing also to be close to you.
Alafu sipigane tu simu kuomba pesa.
Wewe. And we should show love.
Nasira. Kuna sarada.
Acha nikwambie. Unaweza pigia mtu, si ndio? Au utampigia like ukiangalia every time unapiga simu. Bro ni aje uko fit but hawezi kupigia Richard ambaye bro it's been longer tujabonga uko poa niko poa. Unacheki? So hizo vitu pia zinakupatia ile psyche ya knowing who to call and who not to call.
Yes. True. Very true.
Yeah, huwezi kuwa tu unapigiwa tu sienda kupigia tu simu. Unapigiwa tu kwani wewe ndio msanii.
But I also think it also depends with the relationship. Una kama mtu
Max, nani unapiganga na kupigi?
Hakuna.
My friend, you're angry.
I'm not angry. No, I'm answering his point. I'm answering his point whereby he's saying at least you make a call to people, talk to them.
Max.
On a different, like, sawa, I understand what you're saying and I agree with you completely. I was just saying, kuna relationships zingine ziko one-sided. Maybe huyu ni mjomba wako mwenye he played a very crucial role in your upbringing. For instance, your uncle ama somebody close who played a very crucial role and ni mkubwa wako. So maybe he might not reach out as frequently, but that does not mean that simply he does not kwamba ha reach out pia sisi hatuta reach out. Juu kuna watu wengine pia wataona kwamba ni kijana wangu yeye ndo anafaa kunitafuta. Unaona? Juu amejiposition like a father.
Yeah. But then nimeenda home juzi. I was back in Ocha and then the complaint tulikuwa tunapata like from the uncles, mababu walikuwa wanasema like hii generation yetu we don't reach out to them. Like atuwapigangi simu in the middle of the year atuwapigangi simu kwa Julia tu hali. Yeah. Like yes you might be sending money home. Mnafanya projects zenyu, mnajenga nini, but you just don't call them to just listen like kusikia sauti yao ama wao wasikie sauti yenu.
Sasa issue ni
ilikuwa issue, but ilikuwa kesi mtaani.
Unaweza mpigia kutoanishe.
But that's family.
Wewe uko na hizo mahesabu unacheki.
Yeah.
Piga zo tuma za skari. Wewe uko na 100 ya shada.
Sasa uko na kaso hapo.
Unacheki. Haitaweza.
But anyway, this is the time of Christmas, so happy holidays guys. Go home to your loved one. Reach out. Usispend holidays peke yako.
Unajua ukisema hivyo go home. Kwa nini utaenda home?
Some of us, our loved ones are here.
Yeah, spend with them basi. Spend with them.
And
also, it doesn't have to be like family only, because
your girlfriends,
some people who became family by
your girlfriends, friends.
Yeah.
Your sneaky links, you know.
Just girlfriends.
Yeah, just don't be alone during this time, like this time of holidays.
If you have a wife like Alpha, be with your wife.
But then again, as much as we are going to champion people not to be alone, people should not really struggle to fit in mpaka sasa wafanye some crazy things.
Yeah. What do you mean by crazy?
Unafanya vitu crazy na nani?
Nafanya vitu crazy.
Explain crazy.
Listen, what I wanted to say is
unakuja home how
people should
role play.
watu wanakuja pamoja kusherehekea sawa, but you should not like force yourself into groups ama into sections maybe which you're not welcomed to. Pia angalia limit zako, kama watu tu pia hawako rada yako, you know, jiheshimu tu and you since you're coming together si lazima join kila kitu.
Sawa Alpha, tutakuja. It's okay.
Unataka to join yako.
Amtaki wageni.
Take you again.
That is not what I say.
Okay, na Cynthia pia wa chill.
We listen
and we don't judge.
We listen
but we don't
but
judge.
As we conclude, the last thing I'll say is like
umekuwa pastor conclude mara ngapi?
As we conclude
this is the last thing.
Ya last kabisa.
The last thing is I'll really thank each and every person who has watched any episode. Tuko 32, sindio?
We need 34.
34.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We are at 34.
We don't forgive you.
Okay, so but I like literally thank any person who has watched any episode, any person who has taken time to subscribe, and I just want to tell this person that it makes us feel. It gives us the motivation to continue. Yeah, it gives us the motivation to continue showing up here every day. Na tunajua tu kwamba we are going to still produce content which other people are going to like and consume. And thank you very much. Anybody who has watched more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes, we're only fan. And we are promising you that coming 2025,
Big things.
we're going to even expound deeper on the kind of production that we're going to give our audience as we grow as a production and as a community.
Yeah. Kuna kahoma fulani wanze izeni poleni.
Utatu in fact na hizo ni zako.
As we wrap up ya mwisho.
Ya last kabisa.
Simuuze hii space basi.
Hii space tuko nayo.
Asante.
Si ndio? Watu wanataka kushoot content, you're a TikToker. You're a Instagrammer.
Sema you are a
TikToker.
Endelea.
You're a YouTuber. Watu wa Facebook wanaitwanga? Facebook. They were Facebook. So we have this space. Fellah, do your thing. Atakapo pale kando if you want to contact us. Chatter Production is on IG.
ChatterBox. What is Chatter? Who is Chatter?
Why wacha na yangu ya Santoms. ChatterBox. Sini production.
Hebu sema
Sasa Chatter ni nini?
ChatterBox.
Na homa mse, mni relaxisha, mni.
Sasa homa una omit vitu zingine.
So you can access us, manze, contact us so that you can be able to get the space. We have a crew that will support you to release your content.
Just bring yourself.
And as we enjoy the holidays, you can find us on every platform, Clique.
Hadi OnlyFans.
At OnlyFans.
Hiyo mende mpepete na Max huko. Let's go OnlyFans.
Unajua tuko na misconception that OnlyFans ni nudes peke hapa. Tunaweza kwa tupike or do something else. Yeah. But mtaplug your people matufunge show hiyo.
Funga show. Me I'll plug my password. Yeah, so I'll plug you guys. My name is _just_Orlando kila socials. Tanipata tu.
Tupatie suggestion of what
I'm so sad by the tumeongelea death hadi nasikia wa.
The only kitu inakufaini ni makuku na mambuzi. Muzichange na mtuite form. Max
at MaxiPixel on all the handles. You can reach out.
Director
Alpha_OT.
OT Genesis.
It's a wrap, man. Happy holidays, guys.
We out.
What's up, Waveriders? Welcome to the ChatterBox podcast.
How you guys doing?
Let me tell you one thing.
When your husband anakuwa parent. Men, when I cheat kutushinda.
Why do you fear men?
We are the Clique gang.
Ashaanza kusmile. Oh, bring it on, darling.